For years, the world has been speculating about Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt's brief relationship, their well-publicized split, and the ensuing media craze. However, at 55, Jennifer Aniston finally speaks up about Brad Pitt, disclosing the tragic reason for their breakup. It was a battle that millions of women endured in silence. It had nothing to do with adultery or professional aspirations. But wait until the end to find out how this discovery can lead to Brad and Jennifer's reunion, surprisingly. However, let's return to the beginning before delving into Jennifer's astounding admission. When did it all start? One of the most well-known Hollywood couples, Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, had a modest beginning. Through their friendly managers, the two had a casual encounter in 1984. They didn't have a romantic spark. They saw one another as usual, amiable people. The notion of dating each other didn't come up until 4 years later, after Brad split from actress Gwyneth Paltrow and Jennifer's breakup with actor Tate Donovan. Brad and Jennifer were arranged to go on a date after their managers and mutual friends encouraged them. According to reports, their first date was electrifying. They clicked right away, and there was no denying their chemistry. Declaration. The two verified the circulating speculations about their relationship when they appeared together for the first time on the red carpet at the 51st Primetime Emmy Awards in 1999. Brad's stylish eyeglasses and Jennifer's stunning sequined outfit radiated Hollywood glitz, making their premiere a moment that fans and the press will remember for years. In a 2004 interview, Jennifer reflected on the date, telling Diane Sawyer that it had been simple and enjoyable, a smooth beginning to what many would later consider a legendary romance. But for Jennifer, Brad Pitt wasn't the first person she dated. She'd gone through several love phases before meeting him, each with its backstory. The past. Jennifer started her first significant relationship with her co-star Charlie Schlatter in 1990 when they were both working on NBC's Ferris Bueller, a comedy based on the iconic movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Despite their short relationship, it was the beginning of her involvement in Hollywood personally and professionally. Before Brad, she dated actor Daniel McDonald for the longest time. In a 2015 interview with the New York Times, Jennifer referred to Daniel as her first love. The two were together from 1990 until 1995. Although their 5-year relationship ended before they achieved their primary professional peaks, she talked positively about it. McDonald tragically died of brain cancer in 2007, and Jennifer apologized, implying that their split was the result of her immature transgressions. The Viper Room. After a breakup with McDonald, Jennifer met Adam Duritz, the frontman of Counting Crows, in the notorious Hollywood nightclub The Viper Room, and they briefly dated. It's interesting to note that their friendship began with sly matchmaking by common acquaintances. In a 2021 interview, Duritz recounted how his pals had told him and Jennifer that the other had a crush on him. Later, Duritz said that he didn't know who she was when he first met Jennifer Aniston. Despite their brief connection, he talked highly of her, describing her as compassionate, humorous, and attractive. The serious one. However, Jennifer's last committed relationship was with Tate Donovan before she met Brad Pitt. At first, they had a lot of chemistry, and their relationship progressed swiftly. However, Jennifer's connection with Tate wasn't wholly shielded from the public light, much like her subsequent affair with Brad. The media continued to speculate about the state of their relationship, despite their attempts to keep it quiet. When Jennifer and Tate finally split up, she again showed her usual prudence by keeping the specifics private. The romance between Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt became one of the most famous of the late 1990s and early 2000s, capturing the interest of Hollywood and beyond. Proposal. On November 29, 1999, the pair went to a Sting performance together, which was a turning point in their relationship. They took the stage during the performance and shocked the crowd by revealing Jennifer's new engagement ring. Renowned Italian jewelry designer Silvia Damiani created the exquisite diamond and platinum set. According to reports, Brad paid $500,000 for the custom-made ring with a diamond-encrusted, complicated circular design. Wedding bells. By the summer of 2000, there was great excitement around the year's most notable celebrity wedding. With 200 guests in attendance, Brad and Jennifer exchanged vows atop a hillside in Malibu that overlooked the Pacific Ocean. Brad purchased an incredible 50,000 flowers, including lotus, tulip, rose, and wisteria, to realize his idea of the event being held in a zen-like garden. It produced a fragrant, colorful, and ethereal atmosphere. As stunning as ever, Jennifer looked like the ideal bride in a custom-made, low-back, glass-beaded wedding gown by Lawrence Steele. Like the ceremony, the reception was lavish. As visitors ate lobster and champagne, a 40-person gospel choir sang. The ceremony extended with a breathtaking 13-minute fireworks show that lit up the night sky above the ocean, followed by a customized performance by Melissa Etheridge, who serenaded the couple. An extravagant sum at the time, the estimated event cost to the couple was $1 million. A year after their first appearance on the red carpet together, Brad and Jennifer attended the 2000 Emmy Awards as newlyweds in September 2000. The now married couple, who radiated love and glitz, soon became one of Hollywood's golden couples. Her favorite guest star. When Brad appeared in a guest role on Jennifer's popular show Friends in 2001, their careers became entwined. On November 22, 2001, the episode The One with the Rumor was broadcast. In a deft turn of events, Brad's character hated Rachel Green, played by Jennifer. However, their connection was evident off-screen, and Aniston subsequently called Brad one of her favorite cameos. "Mr. Pitt was wonderful," she said. Jennifer was asked whether Brad was the love of her life in a 2003 cover interview with W magazine. That was her answer. "Is he the love of my life? You're always wondering, are you the love of my life? I don't know. I've never been someone who says he's the love of my life. He's certainly a big love in my life," she said. She described their extraordinary bond, especially in Hollywood's turbulent and uncertain world. "In this nutty, brilliant, wonderful, hard business that we have, it's nice to have somebody who's anchored and knows you, really knows all of you," she said. The pair's red carpet outings continued to garner media attention, particularly at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards, where Jennifer received her first nomination. Their matching attire and obvious connection created another memorable moment in the couple's relationship. The passion for film. Together with producer Brad Gray, they co-founded Plan B Entertainment in 2002 due to their mutual love of movies. The initiative was first kept under wraps. Jennifer told The Guardian in 2004, "We established this little business in secret and kept it a secret because we didn't want to be accused of being actors who had vanity agreements where you don't accomplish anything." Nevertheless, the business took up, and by 2004, it produced 17 films. Troy in 2004, starring Brad, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 2005 were two of his early hits. In an interview with The Guardian after her tenure on Friends, Jennifer Aniston spoke candidly about her goals. She was looking forward to becoming a mother, having married Brad Pitt for about 4 years. Motherhood. Jennifer said, it's time, according to Brad Pitt. "You know, I think we can work with a baby. I think you can work pregnant. I think you can do it all." However, by May 2004, there were suspicions that he had an affair with his co-star in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Angelina Jolie. Despite the media hysteria, Jennifer rejected the rumors and accepted her husband's assertions of innocence. "I wouldn't be shocked by anything right now," but she expressed her faith in their relationship by saying, "I would much rather choose to believe him." However, after over 5 years of marriage and 7 years of dating, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation on January 24, 2005, a few months later. Ending a fairy tale. The news was made shortly after the couple was shown enjoying New Year's Eve in Anguilla. They jointly told People magazine, "After 7 years together, we have decided to formally separate. For those who follow these kind of things, we would like to explain that our separation is not the result of any of the speculation reported by the tabloid media. This decision is the result of much thoughtful consideration. We happily remain committed and caring friends with great love and admiration for one another. We ask for your kindness and sensitivity in the coming months. Brad had been going through a period of introspection, according to close friends of the couple, who later disclosed that Brad had been trying to figure out what he needed and wanted as a single man. He assured Jennifer that another lady was not the reason for their split. Heartbreaking photos. However, when images of Brad acting like a dad to Angelina Jolie's adopted kid, Maddox, on a beach vacation in Africa appeared in April 2005, Jennifer's self-assurance started to decline. 1 month after Jennifer filed for divorce in May 2005, claiming irreconcilable reasons. Paparazzi pictures of Pitt, Jolie, and Maddox on a Kenyan beach went viral. The media immediately took the photos and saw them as proof that Brad and Angelina had a love connection. The name Brangelina was created by the media to characterize the couple's developing relationship after they were often seen together by the end of 2005. Looking back on the emotional upheaval she went through at the time, Jennifer acknowledged that she battled emotions of perplexity, despair, and rage. Despite her heartbreak, Jennifer tried to make sense of her experience by telling the media, "I have to think there's some reason I've called this into my life. I have to believe that, otherwise it's just cruel." Jennifer formally filed for divorce in Los Angeles Superior Court 2 months after the couple split. "I would be a robot if I said I didn't feel moments of anger, hurt, and embarrassment. I just don't know what happened. There's a lot I don't understand, don't know, and probably never will know." After adopting Pitt's last name during their marriage, she asked to have her maiden name, Aniston, restored in her court file, citing irreconcilable differences. News about Brangelina. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie said there were no romantic relationship while Brad was still married to Jennifer during the media flurry. However, Jolie officially acknowledged their relationship in public on January 11, 2006, when she revealed she was expecting Brad's kid. In an interview with Vogue later that year, Jolie spoke candidly about how she and Brad had become close when Mr. and Mrs. Smith was filmed. "Because of the film, we were brought together to do all these crazy things," she said, describing how their relationship had first developed via professional cooperation. "We seem to have struck up a bizarre relationship and collaboration out of the blue." Jolie went on to describe how their relationship developed, saying, "I guess a few months in I realized, God, I can't wait to go to work. We just found a lot of pleasure in what we had to do together and genuine cooperation. We just started acting like a couple. We didn't know that it may signify more than we'd let ourselves think until the very end of the filming. And both of them were aware that the actuality of that was a significant issue that would need careful thought. We each have to do our part." The Friends actor didn't discuss the divorce until September 2005, but Brad started showing off his romance with actress Angelina Jolie when he announced his split from Jennifer. "Am I lonely? Yes. Am I upset? Yes. Am I confused? Yes. Do I have my days where I've thrown a little pity party for myself? Absolutely. But I'm still doing well," she told Vanity Fair then, adding, "Even if it's 90% the other person's fault, it's 2% yours, and that's what we're going to focus on. Relationships are two people. Everyone is accountable." "You can only tidy up your side of the street," Jennifer responded. "Is it a strange timing?" When the interviewer mentioned the 60-page photo spread Brad had recently posed for with Jolie in W magazine. "Yes, it's not my life. However, he makes his own decisions. He can accomplish anything. You can see why we got divorced," she continues. "I can also imagine Brad not understanding why people would be horrified by it. Brad's not cruel. He would never purposefully attempt to offend me. Oh, I can see that it was inconsiderate," he says introspectively. "But I know Brad. It's art." Brad would say, "The sensitivity chip is missing." Stages of grief. In a candid and extensive interview with Vanity Fair, Aniston talked about her sadness over her marriage, her response to the headlines surrounding Pitt's developing relationship with Jolie, and her wish for everyone to simply move on already. "There are many stages of grief," Aniston said. "It's sad, something coming to an end." They finalized their divorce on October 2nd, 2005, and Brad moved on with his new woman, Angelina. In a sense, it makes you vulnerable to emotion. Attempting to escape the discomfort just makes it worse. In front of the world, I am a human being with human experiences. I hope the world won't see it," she once expressed her response to the widely circulated images of Pitt and Jolie, who had, up until that point, denied romance rumors, on vacation together in Kenya, saying, "I can't say it was one of the highlights of my year." Who would deal with that and say, "Isn't that sweet? Seems like a lot of fun. However, crap occurs. You joke that wasn't what kills you makes you stronger, but I'd much prefer everyone move on," she said. "This connection does not define my identity. The role the media forces me to play in the triangle does not define who I am. I'm annoyed by it." The other side of the coin. The Jesse James actor told V Magazine 2 years after their well-publicized breakup that he and Aniston remained close, saying, "I don't know how better to have handled it. Jen and I still maintain a deep friendship and have a lot of life together that isn't erased in any way," he said. "At least regarding heart issues, I think this was nobody's business." Brad made shady comments about his previous marriage to Jennifer in 2011, 6 years after they split up, saying, "I spent the 90s trying to hide out, trying to duck the full celebrity cacophony. At the time, Brad's motto was, 'You don't know how many days you have, and you need life to be everything you need it to be.' I'm tired of concealing away while sitting on a sofa and clutching a joint. It became pitiful. It became clear that I wasn't leading a fascinating life, but I was determined to discover a film about one. I believe it was influenced by the marriage to actress Jennifer Aniston, trying to pretend the marriage was something it wasn't." The Moneyball actor later apologized for his remarks, saying, "It grieves me that this was read this way." Fans took the statement to mean that he found his life with Aniston dull. "Jen, who's my buddy, is hilarious, kind, and generous person. It's a significant friendship that I cherish. Jen wasn't boring, but I was becoming dull, and I'm accountable for that. That's what I was attempting to convey." Moving on. Aniston moved on and dated several others, beginning with Vince Vaughn, while Brad went on with Brangelina. It started while shooting The Breakup in Chicago during the summer of 2005. But Aniston and Vaughn had split up by December 2006, until 2008 when she reflected on their brief relationship with nostalgia. Aniston remained mute about the breakup. "I call Vince my defibrillator," she said to Vogue. "I love him. He's a bull in a china shop. He was lovely and fun and perfect for the time we had together, and I needed that. It was sort of ran its course." She briefly dated John Mayer before meeting Justin Theroux. By August 2011, they were living together. "He brought me back to life. My first gasp of air was a big laugh. It was great." They were wholly engaged on August 10, 2012, when he proposed with a $500,000 engagement ring. On August 23, 2014, Brad and Jolie finally got married after raising 6 kids together. The couple had a small wedding ceremony at their French castle with 22 family members, including their kids, Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, Vivian, and Knox. On August 5, 2015, over a year later, Justin and Jennifer exchanged vows in a small ceremony at their Bel Air, California home. They pretended to be at Theroux's 43rd birthday celebration to deceive friends and relatives. "Part of the fun of planning a wedding is telling people, and we have to keep it under wraps," the actor said. Comforting shoulder. Only 2 years into their marriage, Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, claiming they couldn't work out their differences. Beginning on September 19, 2016, their separation swiftly descended into a tense custody dispute over their 6 children. Jolie was given full custody at first, but in May 2021, after a protracted court battle that lasted more than 4.5 years, Pitt was granted shared custody. Rumors that Pitt had been in touch with his ex-wife Jennifer Aniston surfaced shortly after the divorce was filed. Brad reportedly texted Aniston on her 48th birthday in 2017 while she was still married to Justin Theroux to wish her a happy birthday and share his challenges after splitting from Jolie. Fans and the media were intrigued when Brad and Jen reportedly exchanged a few texts recalling their previous relationship. After being married since 2015, Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux made their last public appearance together in July 2017 at Jason Bateman's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. After being married for 2.5 years, they separated in February 2018. As a result, there was a resurgence of interest in Aniston's previous connection with Pitt, particularly after reports that she had concealed old love letters from him while they were married. These messages were allegedly found by Thoreau 2 years before, which some believe may have played a role in their relationship's final breakup. Single again. Now that Pitt and Aniston were no longer together, there was more conjecture about whether they would start dating again. The commotion intensified when Brad went to Jennifer's 50th birthday celebration at the Sunset Tower Hotel in LA in February 2019. Fans hoped the two would reconnect, and his attendance at the occasion sparked a media frenzy. But when a paparazzi photographer questioned Brad about it in June 2019, he just said, "Oh my God." Later that year, Brad was invited to Jennifer's Christmas party, which fueled even more speculations of a reunion. According to a source, Pitt was one of the first guests to arrive, and he remained until almost 11 p.m., making him one of the last to go. Both celebrities insisted that their connection was platonic, despite the continuous rumors. When Pitt and Jennifer reunited at the Screen Actors Guild Award in 2020, their flirty body language on the red carpet rekindled fans' expectations after Pitt had previously called Jennifer a good friend. The public was left wondering whether the once iconic Hollywood couple would resume their relationship after the photos from that occasion went viral. Brad and Jennifer have not acknowledged a romantic reunion, despite the aspirations of many, and they still highlight their friendship in public appearances and interviews. Growing friendship. In September 2020, Brad and Jen got back together for a charity table read of the 1982 film Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Starring with other performers, including Morgan Freeman, Julia Roberts, portrayed by Jennifer McConaughey, and Brad Roberts, who played Linda and Brad, respectively, Jen played Linda in a flirtatious conversation with Brad saying, "Hi, Brad, you know how cute I always thought you were? I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?" Aniston also shared a photo of herself playing with her dog on her Instagram stories, but the man lying on the ground in the background was what got people talking. Although his chest and a portion of his hands are visible, his physique and fashion sense seem comparable. You guessed it, it looks just like Pitt, according to fans. But it's just a rumor. Jennifer clarified her relationship status with Brad about a year after their flirtatious table read. When Jen appeared on the Howard Stern show, Stern inquired whether the actress found the virtual reunion between the ex-couple unsettling. Jennifer said no to the host. Despite their shared past, Brad and Jen remain friends. "It was entertaining. You know, Brad and I are buddies, like we're friends and we speak. There's no oddness at all," she continued, except for everyone that probably watched it and was wanting there to be. Having second thoughts. According to a source, Brad had second thoughts about how he handled his divorce from Jennifer. Pitt wishes he'd handled their end of their marriage more thoughtfully. Some time ago, the actor even sought Jen's forgiveness, and she granted it. I mean, look, it's not like divorce is something that you go, "Oh, I can't wait to get divorced. It doesn't feel like a tickle," Aniston said to Vogue when asked when she had moved on from Brad's Heartbreak. "But I've got to tell you, it's so vague at this point, so far away in my mind, I can't even remember the darkness. I mean, in the end, we had an amicable split. It wasn't mean and hateful and all the stuff they tried to create about Brad can't talk to Jen and Jen can't talk to Brad because this person won't allow it. It just didn't happen. The marriage didn't work out." She also mentioned that shortly after their split, they spoke on the phone for a lengthy conversation and said many things. They've been very kind and kind to one another ever since. Whoever said that everything must last forever is raising your expectations too high. The pressure is excessive, and I believe that if you put yourself under that kind of pressure, I did, a fairy story, it must be the appropriate one. That's not possible. Thoughts of marrying again. I'm interested in finding a fantastic partner, living an enjoyable life, and having fun with one another, Jennifer said in an interview with People a week later when asked about her views on getting married again. "That's all we should hope for," she continued. "I'm just going to stick to the normal ways of dating," she said, discussing her disinterest in internet dating. doesn't have to be etched in stone in legal documents, being asked out by someone. In 2022, the actress felt she had allowed the false narrative of her relationship with Brad to dominate her life for too long. Rumors of her being cheated on or overly focused on her career surfaced shortly after the couple's breakup, and now she's ready to finally give her side of the story. The disappointment. During the interview with Allure magazine, Jennifer broke her silence and revealed how it was related to her inability to conceive. When discussing her pregnancy, she said, "It was a challenging road for me, the baby-making road. All the years and years and years of speculation, it was tough." Jennifer also addressed the accusations of Brad Pitt cheating, saying, "It was absolute lies. The narrative that I was just selfish, I just cared about my career, and God forbid a woman is successful and doesn't have a child, and the reason my husband left me, why we broke up and ended our marriage, it was because I wouldn't give him a kid." Rekindling of motherhood. She was criticized for years for not having children, with harsh rumors claiming that she had decided to forego having children with her ex Brad to further her career. Amid rumors that she's reuniting with Brad, the actress is also starting the adoption process to fulfill her desire to become a mother. More recent interviews revealed that she had always wanted to be a mother and had tried for years to conceive through IVF after her divorce. But in 2022, she said, "The ship has sailed," and admitted that she wished she had been advised to freeze her eggs. The news has gone viral on the internet. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for similar content. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon